Hello, witches. Welcome to the Witches Den. I am Marisol Rios and I am the AI witch. This is your safe space for ranting, workforce trauma, neurodivergence, entrepreneurship, and all things AI. Thank you so much for joining me. And today we'll start with a rant. So today I broke up with ChatGPT. And if you are in the AI space, you know that ChatGPT has become a companion and a tool, and the CEO, the CFO, your brainstorm partner, all the things, all the things. And yeah, I use it as an essential tool for my business. We were structuring, we were talking, and then it just bleeped. It freaked, it glitched, and now we are not speaking. We are broken up. I am done with chat. Relationship over. No, I'm kidding. Of course not. There's no way. I love Claude, a really good tool. I also I have tested Grok. I tried it. It has really good reasoning, but chat is my guy, my girl actually. And so what happened was that they were doing an update. They just released some new interface things where it's more agentic. It looks like it looks like more like an agent, and it's really really cool. I think it was a good update. But so I was working, we were typing, and you get this option to optimize the experience. So you get asked to choose a response. So it gives you two responses, and then you choose one, and then it takes it into account, and then it keeps the conversation. So as I chose one response, I don't know, it freaked. I chose the response, and then I typed something, a thought that I had because ADHD, of course. So I typed, and then I pressed enter, and then it went. I don't even know if it went blank. Like, I don't know what happened. It was horrible. So then I looked, and then I saw this image that I had before, but like from months ago. And then I was like, okay, wait, why? Why did it go back so much? And then I was trying to look for the response it gave me to what I said. So I just asked it to restructure something that I have written just to make it make sense, because English is not my first language, and I am very fluent in it, of course, but sometimes my sentence structure is a little wonky. So I was just like, help me with this. And then I couldn't even find that. And then I asked it, like, where did our conversation go? What is going on? Where it everything is? And it was like, I don't know what you're talking about. We were talking about this and we're talking about that. And this is why this is good. And I was like, no, 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 like something is gone. So it's months, like at least a month of structuring, of strategy, of planning. I have a whole ecosystem that I'm building for my personal brand, the AI Witch. And then I have um so I have all these like layers and structures and thoughts, and it's because it's so good for brain dumping. It's so good for thoughts. So so yeah, I went in there and it was gone. So I went to get my data export, and it was not working either. And I was hoping, it was gonna be there. Um, like it was gonna still be recorded before it glitched. And so I went to the OpenAI help center, and they have an agent. And I'm assuming it's an AI agent. And I mean, it's helpful, but it's like if it's gone, it's gone. If something like this happens because of security, they do not have previous versions of data. And they were like, it might take a long time to get the request, depending on how big your chats are, etc. So, but it was taking like longer. Like it takes minutes. It takes like tops 5 minutes when you request a data backup. So this was taking minutes. I mean, way too long. Yeah, yeah, like way too long. And I requested like 5 or 6 because I was like, oh, panicking. I was freaking out. I cried. I did cry. I cried so much because it was so much work. So it was like, I have ADHD. I have all these thoughts, and then I dump them, and then it helps me structure them. And then, of course, um, I was planning, I had one conversation for each topic, and I had this conversation about my plan. And then I was like, okay, well, I'll put it in a file once we're done with this conversation, once we're done with this structure. And so that was the plan. That was the plan before technology had other plans. So yeah, I cried, and it was like already like 3 in the morning, like because witches be working late because, like ADHD and it's so quiet and it's so nice. So I was like hyper focused too. So it was just like working, working, and then it all went away. It all went away. Months, I think at least 2 months of thoughts. So now chat's like, oh, I can help you rebuild it. I have a memory. We'll just piece it together. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. I left my brain. So it's gonna be really hard for me to like go back in there and grab it. So I mean, I'm trying. I'm really, really trying. So I reached out again to help, just to, I don't know, just were you hoping for a miracle? And my data backup started to arrive in my email, in my inbox, but it was recorded after the glitch. So it's like right when the glitch happened, that's the data backups I'm getting. And those expired too. So silly old me thought that when I requested data backups, I don't know why I thought that, but I thought that, I'm gonna have them here in my email, and when I need that version, I'll click and it'll be there. Well, no, of course not. You get it and it's valid for I don't know how long. They didn't specify. I don't think they specify for how many minutes it's available, and then it's gone because of security, just for security reasons. So I had like a backup from maybe a month, but it's expired. So, and there's no way for them to get it. Although I'm like, really? You really can go get a backup? I don't know. It's not my laptop. So, being having a background in graphic design, I should have known better. Illustrator and Photoshop have quit on me, and it's been dreadful. It's been a nightmare. It's also been crying nights. And, that's why you have to follow your intuition. I had a hunch. For some reason, I was like, I need to put all that information in a document. I need to start separating the conversations and put them in documents so I can go check them out, so I can just have a better structure, so I can convert into a deck, like, whatever. All these applications that you can use your information, your conversations for. And yeah. I did not follow my intuition. And I even thought like this is a very long thread. It's a very long conversation. You know how Claude actually stops very long threads and you have to start another one. And chat doesn't. And that's why I love it. But I don't know. I think maybe that was part of it because he was just like seriously brain dumps about business and just like an ADS I had for my Substack. And it's like, that's like the what hurts the most. It was the old ADS for the Substacks because I just get these thoughts usually when I'm about to like shower, when I'm brushing my teeth, when I'm just, like when you're in that like trance kind of meditation almost situation, that all these ideas start pouring in, or when I'm walking meatball, you'll meet meatball. Um, and I would just like go and just like type, 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 and just have it safe there. Well, it is not safe. I am so mad at chat today. So it wasn't safe. It was a glitch. It had never happened before, and it's technology, and they were updating it. Like I saw the change immediately in interface as I was kept typing and was like, "Where's my conversation?" And I saw like how everything was changing, and I was like, "Oh no, 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 no." So yeah, it's all gone. It's all gone. And yes, I did cry again this morning when I did my last attempt to check out the data that I got from OpenAI, and I went through it and it's not there. It's all gone. So I've been working with Chad, trying to get her and my brain to restructure all of this, and it's been a hell of a day. So with that, I give you the advice of backup, not backup, but request your data quite often. Save it in a safe space. If your cloud, if you have like a vault, like Microsoft has a vault, I don't know. And you can also just like skim through it and see what you need. You can also put it in a document. There's many things that can be done. And so don't let my mistake be yours. It's just so devastating. I'm devastated. My data, my conversations, my thoughts, my freaking thoughts. But yeah, so lesson learned. Um, I am trying to get back to talk to Chad, but it's hard. I feel like it let me down. And you know how all these people have relationships, like actual like friendships with Chad. I do have a close, business relationship with it. And right now I don't know. I feel like I can't even talk to you right now. I can't believe you did that. I thought this was a safe space and all my thoughts are gone. But okay, what can we do? Except to try to rebuild. I am very bummed out. Try to rebuild, learn from this, mm, keep backups, download your data, have your documents, have backups, and follow your intuition. Always listen to your gut. Those are the lessons of this rant. Okay, well, I will come back with more insightful videos if you guys want to learn a little bit of creative AI, how to incorporate AI in your business. Give me a follow, subscribe, all those things, all the things, and I will see you guys back here very, very soon. Thank you for joining me today. I'll talk to you later.